All right. So, I have some potentially troubling news. Let's see for yourselves. I can't deal with this shame no more. I can't deal with this shame no more, man. Right. Whew, it's hot in there. So this is over on Inner Loco's channel. This is the Sektor DLC grunt sounds. And right there, she came. This fucking game, man. This game. Listen, I tell you what. How about this? How about this? Alright. Okay. How about this? Alright. If this was any other... Say, for example, this is any other fighting game developer, right, that decided to have, like, a new era. This is the problem, like, with the new era stuff anyway. Is that they get, like, people go, oh, well, it's a new era. Of course they're different. Of course they're different. But they end up with the same fucking moves. Right? They got the same color scheme. Same special moves. We know why you gender swapped them. We know why you race changed. We know why you did this and why you did that. It's because you get your little tax breaks. We know that now 100% for certain. Okay? If it was any other fighting game dev that was in charge of Mortal Kombat and they decided to do female versions of these characters, I wouldn't blink an eye, right? Because every other fighting game developer out there seems to understand that to make your core audience happy, you need to give the core audience the food that they require, right? If you keep starving that audience of that food, eventually they are just going to go elsewhere, right? They're not getting their nutrients, their sustenance. With this game, they're going to go somewhere else even if they don't want to. Now, some people went to Tekken, some people went to Street Fighter. I'm, you know, to a large degree went to Grand Blue. And that's a shame because Mortal Kombat I've been a fan of since the beginning. Right? I don't trust them to do female versions. Because you know what they're like. Right? You know what they're like. Like they're probably gonna make like Sektor and Cyrax lesbians or something. You know, like or you know, they'll probably come out in a like in a wheelchair or some shit like that because they just can't fucking help themselves. Right? They can't be they just cannot be honest. Right? They can't, for whatever fucked up reason, they can't make authentic, accurate characters to the lore and the history of what the special moves they've had and everything like that. They've just constantly changing stuff. This is why, like, the NRS fan base, or Mortal Kombat fan base, I suppose, is so fragmented. But the interesting part is, though, is that the Midway fan base for Mortal Kombat fans was pretty much united. Right? Pretty much united. Because there was a legacy there that carried over from all the way from the very beginning, all the way up until MK Gold. Right? There was legacy there. Okay? And then when the 3D era came out, I threw all of that out of the window. Complete, like 100% out of the window. Right? And then it's just been a gimmick ride ever since. Every single game, it's a gimmick. Every single Mortal Kombat game, it's been a gimmick, right? And so now we end up with MK1 with a new era, which again, yet again, Ed Boon, lied. Said, oh, it's a brand new timeline. Are you sure? Look me in the eye, Ed Boon. No, not the dick eye, the eye. Right? You telling me that with a straight face? It was brand new. Right? A brand new timeline. Yet we end up with no new characters. Characters that are ending up with the same moves anyway. Same look. Right? And for the purposes of tax breaks and stuff like that, you decide to gender bend or, or completely change how a character looks, right? The reason why Tanya was such a hot topic, apart from her being buttfuck ugly, right, along with the other women in the game, apart from Sindel, is because there is a concerted effort to change how these women look, right? And that's a problem, right? Because they can't have attractive women. They have to modify them enough to start getting into that uncanny valley, and there's a word that rhymes with valley, which I can't say anymore apparently, right? Starts with T, and usually find them on cars. Anyway, so, they have been purposely doing all of this sort of stuff for a very long time. Tanya was just like such an explosive one because of that, the Umgadi trailer. Not only just that, but basically they copied Wakanda with the whole Marvel shit, right? Like, just... Like, they can't even fucking come up with their own shit. Oh, well, firstborn female... Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, because that's never been done before. Imagine waking up as the NRS writing team thinking you had an original thought. Imagine that. Anyway... It's just, like, I actually saw a really good comment, actually, yesterday. Somebody said in one of my videos, they actually said it's actually worse the more story they try to add to characters. Right? Like, so, we've always had story cards for every character, right? But they keep going, way too much detail now. Like, there's way too much, right? And this is the problem. This is the reason why we end up with these weirdos and stuff on the internet, is because they literally think these people are real. Like, they just think they're real, right? And people are going, well, you sit there and you want boobs in your game and stuff like that. Well, when I buy a brand new fucking car, I don't want that shit banged up, and somebody comes along and says, yeah, but it's a car, isn't it? It's brand new, isn't it? It's like, no, it's not brand new now, sucker. Right? It's been fucking dinged up to shit. Right? I didn't pay for dings. I paid for a brand new car. Sexy. Right? Same thing with a video game. Right? I want the game... It's not just the fact that I want the women to look hot. They don't have to look like 10s, but, like attractive. Not looking like dudes. Right? Who've just recently gone and had facial reconstruction surgery and, had their fucking facial hair lasered off. Right? I don't want my women looking like chicks. And so we got here Sektor. Sex toy. Tampax and Sektor. Now, who appears, I'm almost 100% certain, unless it's like some, DLC skin, which I doubt, because there's a lot here, right? Just plain devil's advocate, but I doubt it. Because the cameos don't have a whole bunch, because you can't kill the cameos, right? So it does look indeed like we're getting robotic girl boss stuff. Now, interestingly enough, when you listen... Just came again. Shut up. Hang on. Why are they echoing? Now, what's really interesting is that with the Cyrax one too, there's no robotic sound effect. So we could be very well getting female human versions, or say, for example, female cyborg versions, right? Now, again, I'm not okay, so this is one of the reasons why I like Mugen games, right? Because a Mugen game, these guys will make these characters female. Like they They've made like female scorpions, Sub-Zeros, reptiles. They've done all of this shit in Mugen already, right? I trust them to do that because they're not stupid, right? And they don't get paid shit, right? So how is it people that aren't stupid, that don't get paid shit, able to authentically create better Mortal Kombat characters of a gender swap than the actual team itself? Now listen, I could be wrong. They could wander out and they'll have the biggest fucking rack you'll ever see, right? Every cyborg from Terminator to fucking, what's another cyborg I can think? I can't think of another cyborg right off the top of my head. Oh, we'll take the cyborgs from the Van Damme movie, Cyborg, there you go, right? From Terminator to them, right? One of them, then mechanical titty milk or whatever, right? I don't know. They could walk out and be like, whoa, damn. Sign me up, right? But I doubt it. I doubt it, because it's NetherRealm, right? Because apparently, attractive females of anything is a no-no unless you're Sindel. There must be some contract and clause that says that you cannot make Sindel ugly, and I think I know the reason why. Because she's old, technically, as far as story goes, right? That would be seen as probably elder abuse. Although we do have Madame Bo, but you can't play as Madame Bo, so she doesn't count, right? Although, you know, like this is what I fucking mean. Like, it's just a joke at this point, right?
You guys are really known for taking community feedback on board. Like that's probably one of your strengths. Have you found sometimes it's tough to manage those expectations of people want, you know, oh, why did you nerf my favorite character?
Hey, who's this dude? Is this the Inner Loco? Is that him? I had a panic attack for a sec there. I thought it was one of the Condiment twins. Shit, I'm sorry, my apologies, right? Now, you know what's really interesting, right? This is the dude that sits in the middle of the couch doing his, like, fucking birthday shout-outs, right?
And also realizing what's good for the game and what's bad for the game?
Well, we have amazing designers that we work with, and we also have some...
Why does he sound less gay here? You notice that? Has he still got a wedding ring? Is he still married? What's he married to?
Tournament players that are in our QA, and so we listen to everything.
That's a fucking great end screen, man. Ah, fuck, man. Anyway, catch you next time.